New York City. It's one of the greatest cities in the world and one of the most popular destinations in the US. New York is always a typhoon of activity. Most famous sights at every turn, and never enough time to see them all. There is a reason people call it the city that never sleeps. Enjoy some of the many fun and exciting things to do here. It has something for everyone. Whether you're looking for history, nightlife, food, or art, this city won't disappoint. There is no end to the list of fun things to do in New York, from historic landmarks and popular museums to innovative galleries and big city culture. Here are 10 attractions that you absolutely must see when you visit New York City. Number 10. Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty enlightening the world was a gift of friendship from the people of France to the people of the United States. The French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi created the statue itself out of sheets of hammered copper, while Alexander Gustave Eiffel, the man behind the famous Eiffel Tower, designed the statue's steel framework. Standing 305 feet, including its pedestal, it represents a woman holding a torch in her raised right hand and a tablet bearing the adoption date of the Declaration of Independence on her left. An elevator carries visitors to the observation deck in the pedestal, which may also be reached by a stairway and a staircase that leads to an observation platform in the figure's crown. Today, the Statue of Liberty remains an enduring symbol of freedom and democracy. Number 9. Broadway. Broadway Theater, commonly referred to as Broadway, is an area of New York that features 41 theaters. Each of these theaters seats 500 or more people. Broadway is the beating heart of the performing arts culture in the Big Apple. Along with London's West End, it represents the best commercial theater in the English-speaking world. They host a constantly changing variety of productions. The stretch between 42nd and 43rd Streets, including Times Square, is considered the home of the American theater industry. Millions of lights on theater marquees and billboard advertisements help brighten the night sky. Number 8. The Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge appears majestically over New York City's East River, connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. The bridge has connected the two cities since 1883. This was the first bridge to use steel for cable wires in the 19th century. It is known as the eighth wonder of the world. The Brooklyn Bridge is a must-see when traveling to Brooklyn. There is even a dedicated pedestrian walkway on the bridge, above the roaring car traffic, so it's a wonderful stroll. The entire length of the bridge is just over a mile long. The bridge grows a little every once in a while because of its wires. They keep contracting and expanding in extremely cold weather, which makes the bridge rise about 3 inches when it's cold outside. Brooklyn Bridge is one of the primary symbols of New York. It is a phenomenal design and provides spectacular views of the city's skyline. Number 7. Central Park. Central Park is possibly one of the most famous parks in the world. Not only is it the first public park built in America, but it is one of the most frequently visited with over 25 million guests per year. The 843-acre green space features rolling meadows, peaceful bodies of water, and stunning vistas, bringing a sense of calm to the busy city. Its grounds serve as a haven, not only for athletes, daydreamers, musicians, and strollers, but also for migratory birds each year. The Metropolitan Museum of Art is in the park, facing the Fifth Avenue. There is also a zoo, an ice skating rink, 3 small lakes, an open-air theater, many athletic playing fields, and children's playgrounds, several fountains, and hundreds of small monuments. 150 years' worth of visitors has enjoyed and recommended Central Park. Number 6. The Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Metropolitan Museum of Art represents over 5,000 years of art from around the world for everyone to experience and enjoy. It is the largest and most comprehensive art museum in New York City and one of the foremost in the world. The museum lives in 2 iconic sites in New York City, the Met Fifth Avenue and the Met Cloisters. The museum was incorporated in 1870 and opened 2 years later. The museum has always aspired to be more than a treasury of rare and beautiful objects. Every day, art comes alive in the museum's galleries and through its exhibitions and events. Number 5. Empire State Building. The Empire State Building was the largest in the world from 1931 to 1972. It has 102 floors and stands 381 meters tall. The Empire State Building took only 1 year and 45 days to build. There are observations on both of the 86th and 102nd floors. From the observation decks, visitors can see as far as 80 miles into New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts on a clear day. The building attracts nearly 4 million visitors a year, and since it was built, over 100 million people have gone up to its observation decks. The New York Sky Ride is a motion tour of Manhattan's most famous sights. It is located inside the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building run-up is an annual race up the stairs to the 86th floor. Number 4. Greenwich Village. Green Village in Lower Manhattan is now one of the most desirable parts of town in which to live. The village is a beloved mix of the best that New York has to offer, including the iconic Washington Square Park. The layout of Greenwich Village is much more organic than the grid system of other parts of Manhattan, making it beautiful but slightly more difficult to navigate. The three neighbors, Greenwich Village, Soho, and West Village, are flowing, full of life, and allow you to experience the real city. It is the energy of these neighborhoods that make New York the amazing city that it is. Number 3. Grand Central Terminal. New York's Grand Central Terminal, GCT, is one of the world's most majestic train stations in the world. The terminal is spread over 49 acres and has 44 platforms. It's about trains, but it is also about fine dining, entertainment, shopping, history, luxury, and more. On February 2, 1913, Cornelius Vanderbilt's vision became a reality when architect Whitney Warren's magnificent GCT was open for business. The station is used for more than 1 million people a week. You can book a public or private event in this luxurious Vanderbilt Hall. Number 2. New York Public Library. New York Public Library is the nation's largest public library, founded in 1985. The New York Public Library has been an essential provider of free books, information, ideas, and education for all New Yorkers for more than 125 years. The library's central building at 42nd Street and 5th Avenue in NYC opened to the public in 1911, serving more than 16 million patrons a year, millions more online. The library holds more than 56 million items. Libraries are spaces of wonder that fuel curiosity and imagination. They inspire us to learn and explore. Number 1. Times Square. Times Square is considered the heart of New York. It's exciting, colorful, and always jumping. Times Square is New York's most famous landmark and is the liveliest area in the city. With flashing neon lights and giant digital billboards, brilliant Broadway marquees, costumed characters, and musicians, Times Square is big, bright, and unforgettable. It is located at the intersection of Broadway and 7th Avenue. In Times Square, you will find bars, restaurants, theaters, museums, and a great atmosphere. When night falls, the lights of Times Square illuminate the city. A visit to Times Square is unmissable as a visitor to New York. Kindly hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you next time.